assignment given to you, and maybe it's given to you and the deed of assignment is not registered, there's a reason to, but not too much. Is it totally bad? You know, when I say receipt is 99% bad, unregistered deed of assignment is 50% bad. That's why I will explain to you in uncharted survey plan. I tell people, when you see land, as you see people suffering in Lekki and saying, no, the government is bad, it is this, I will tell you, before the government becomes bad, you yourself. Hello? Before the government becomes bad, you yourself are bad. Let me give you an example of one of my clients at Utaji State. I said I was going to use this as a very good. Remember that at Utaji State, there was a threat 2 years ago that they should pack away from there, and the government has made them relax again. No, people are forgetting about it. But let me tell you, when the client wanted to get their said apartment, it was going for, as I said, 200 million naira. So there was one of that area was 200 million naira at Utaji State, close to the airport. So the man called me. I said, this area is 200 million. Why is this person selling it 120 million? There's something. She said, no, the person is traveling out of the country and wants to do, you know, this bonanza. Freeze. I said, what happened? They gave me deed of assignment. I saw the deed of assignment. I said, this deed of assignment is already registered. They said, well, they don't want to register it. No, they just did something and leave. And I said, there's one more thing. Let's do survey on this land. You know, I said, okay, no problem. You will call the surveyor. Immediately he called him, and the man said, 120 million, I will increase it to 200 million. I don't even have time. I have somebody that wants to pay. My kids, you're not even listening to me anymore. Went ahead to say, oh, Stella, your protocol is too much, Gary. From 120, I've been seeing it 200, so let me pay. I said, okay, you know what? You do half payments. Then later, we'll pay him off if you change from survey. This man, in fact, I did not even do the deed of assignment for him anymore. I didn't even feel bad. I was just like, it's one of those things. But I know that for that man to have sold it 120 million, something is fishy. 2 years back, when the government clamped against them, that place is getting pipeline, elevation pipeline passed through. He now called me back. What are we going to do? How do I meet that man that sold this land to me? He did not tell me. I said, when I told you to do the needful then, buy that place for 50 million. What happened? It is, I used to tell somebody, chatting or something is the cheapest thing you can do. Don't let any of you deceive you. It's no more than 10,000, 20,000 to chat. Don't let any survey. I'm not saying provisional survey or survey itself, just to chart the coordinates of a place. It's no more than 10,000. In fact, in the office, it's 5,000 here. But you know the surveyor that want to do it for you now will not. I'm only trying to tell you, I'm not supposed to tell you the secrets, but this is what you should understand and know. This is the cheapest thing ever. Check it. They will chart, they will go there, they will check the coordinate, they will check the first, second, third, and fourth, because it's pillar and beacon numbers. They will take it to surveyor's offices at Kalausa. Sometimes they send it to them. When they send it, they know where it's free, they know where it's not free, they know where it's not. I'm not talking of Lagos State. We have surveyor office in Ogun State. We have surveyor office in Benin. We have in all the states. We have in FCT. You know what VK is doing in FCT. Immediately you check that your land is not there. Boom! Then you show. That's it. When they check and they say, this land is under accusation, please run from your life. Flee! Flee! Because if not today, in the next 100 years, I am telling you, you will come for that land. Why are people in Lekki saying, oh, Lagos is not favorable for them, they are clamoring on their land? They did not do the proper check. And if you do the proper check, and you are very sure that this place is free, if government is coming later, government will compensate you. There's one of my grandpa's house in Ekpe, because I'm from Lagos, Ekpe, to be precise. Yes, I'm from Ekpe. I'll tell you that later. I'm from Ekpe. When they were doing the road, there's this road they are doing from the junction, the roundabout road to there's this Ayekwe junction, there's this junction there. My grandpa is a very detailed person. So he went to Alausa, check, did everything before buying. Somebody decided that the first part is going to break the road. They compensated us. In fact, if we even buy the whole land, they gave us 20 million naira. That's just small. They just broke just maybe the parlor and the front. We still have land at the back with 20 M. This is free. It was not supposed to be for road, but due to expansion, they had to beg on, and they paid. Imagine we are not on the right track. Imagine we did not do the proper survey. Imagine we did not have documents. Somebody will pay. The government will pay. It's not possible. It's not. So always make sure when you want to ask, even any place you're going to, and say, did you check the survey of this land? Is it free? And let me tell you one thing about Leaders and Leverage, because I am here. Leaders and Leverage will not sell document or property to you if it's not free. They will not sell the. You might not even know me. Like something that happened that a lawyer had to start calling me. I will tell them, is it Leaders and Leverage? Forget it is free. Because me, I will clamor that if it's not free. And it's not because of anything. I don't have extra. We too, we don't have extra. The people I want is to sell. But we want to protect the interest of our clients. That's the truth. In the next 100 years, you enjoy us, we enjoy you. That's the truth. If you see, even if you in that place, we will not even allocate it to you. We will tell you to wait, sit down. And that's the truth. And that should apply to you yourself. This thing is a free lesson to yourself. If you notice that you survey there is no check, you ask that, have you checked the coordinates? If they are not giving you too much assurance, tell them you need the provisional survey, let them give it to you. You to go and check. I already gave you the price list. Go and check personally to confirm yourself that this thing is it free or not. Before you sell to people, you are gaining something close to 500, 100,000, even if it's 50,000 here. So you don't want to also exempt small token to safeguard yourself and sleep. If land matter starts, I don't think you will be able to sleep well for months. Even if it is 1 million, you face EFCC, you go to Aladdin. Are you ready to sleep at all? Me as a lawyer, I don't like stress, I like money. To enjoy ourselves, trust to the needful. Then, a land where there is no certificate of occupancy is 20% not to guarantee. Why? Because certificate of occupancy actually takes time. It takes a whole lot. I'm doing 3 years with not even sign it. It takes time. But when you know that the survey is free, the certificate of occupancy is in process and you can confirm, you go ahead to sell. But the red flag itself is when you go to a place and they say it's only receipt available, please run. Or money, run. Flee. That's the Bible says flee. Please, flee as in run. Unregistered deed of assignment, unchartered survey plan, and no certificate of occupancy. So let's start with verification checklist. Land has C of O. Don't be too tired. Conduct a land search on the C of O. There are so many fake C of O's out there. So many fake COO just to convince you to buy. If it is not you that is checking, if you have one that you want to sell to the clients, you send that COO to the client. You will not incur expenses on your part. Go and check. Make sure you send it to the. If you say this land has COO, collect the COO from the company, collect it from the person that you claim that has COO, send it to your client, or send it if you want to do the checking yourself, no problem. But let them check. It is also checking money to check, to conduct check, search in COO. It is done in land registry, Alabusa. You ask who can check. Yes, lawyers are the one embedded to check for CTC or a COO, but they've done the search that it is now a public search. When you yourself, except you don't want to go through the stress, when you yourself can walk in, pay for the CTC and check for yourself. Or tell the clients, if you have a client that you want to go and check, it saves you a whole lot of problem. In case of them go to you, did you check or not? But I thought you no. Give them a mandate to always check the COO. Confirm if the COO is genuine. If it's not genuine, or there's what they call place encumbrance on COO, let me tell you what it means. The person has used that place to lend money at one big company, at a bank, or anywhere. So they placed an embargo of the land on the place. Immediately you said maybe you should be ready to pay the money back. Guess what? You might buy land of 200 million, whereas the embargo placed on it or the encumbrance on it is 400 million. And it might not even be your land. I know of people that will put this land, put that land together as one. And the debt on it will be accruing to 400 or 500 million. Immediately you buy it. There's one of my clients that did say, is that the land is at after Ikeja has this. He bought it for 100 million. Encumbrance is there. In fact, we have to start begging the woman, pay your money now. Access Bank just gave her deed of release. She collected, for her, she sold a plot of land, quarter, 100 million. She's owing the bank 400 million. She used their money to start paying to the bank. Before people, none of them checked. So it's at money now. Nothing can happen. It's even those big places you should run. Yes. It's those big places. You see our place as it gets this is but when you get to Amode Ikeja Island, that's where you are supposed to run. Because those people, they are living with debt. There is debt they are using to run their package. That's the truth. So the woman, is a very popular woman, I don't want to mention him because I'm live. Very popular. But they believed and trusted her as a person. Now she just finished paying, so we just got deed of release from Access Bank. Just to go and place it there. If not that we were it will, if they did not even check the phone, maybe she might not pay it. So always check if there's encumbrance or if the place is genuine. That's why you need to check for COO. Encumbrance. Make sure you ask, is there encumbrance of this land or is this place genuine? Then there's Lagos State COO, there's federal COO. COO has fall upon federal distance. Aboru is federal. Aboru from Aboru, this Aboru here. If you carry it to Lagos State, under federal land or state land, those are the things you need to check. You need to check. Does this place fall on? And how do you get if you fall under federal or state? If you have done a search on the coordinates, you know where it falls. Is it federal or state? Aboru is state. There's some part within Ishemi to the government. Inner part is federal. People don't know. So if you buy land there, you say, I've done everything. And let me tell you again, if you buy land in Abori, I'm not supposed to tell you this, and you go and give your normal surveyor that does states to do survey on that state, is another red flag. Why? There's something they call Osgov of the Federation. There's something they call Office of the Surveyor General of the States. Federal land. Surveyor of the office, surveyor from the Office of the Osgov. Remember Osgov. Office of the Surveyor General of the Federation. Those are the people that have rights to survey any land in federal. People used to this thing. I've seen so many people that paid twice on survey. These are free advice. This thing, this small thing, when he gave me this topic too, I was jealous. Yes, I told him that it should pick one topic I would deal with it. But I won't lie to you, when they gave me this topic, I said, this topic, it took me years to gather knowledge to get this topic. And this is what I'm giving you for free on a platter of gold. Thanks to me, that's it's the truth. It took me years. Because one of the property where we bought at the federal land at Aboru, my client had gone to do a survey with not as Lagos State. When he wanted to submit it for federal C of O, that's minister's consent, because that one already has federal C of O, is the president or the minister of urban and regional that signs that stuff. You know, so this type of survey is one council. You don't know that surveyor for federal is different from surveyor from the states. He had already paid close to 400,000 as a them to do it. He paid another 770 to also with our pay because those people said it's 1 million. So all these pertinent things, please wait. One, let's be calm. I'm sorry, I want to make sure the land is free. Check using your surveyor. Make sure you know the difference between it is a federal land and a state land. Yes. These are things that more cost from you. And especially when you are the one that now recommend the surveyor to them. And say, don't worry, I can give you a surveyor to do it. I can recommend a state surveyor for a federal sale. You will pay. Oh, it's a big red flag. A big red flag. You will pay. So always make sure you confirm, do some confirmation before going ahead to do it. Now confirm the chain of ownership. If you notice in deed of assignment, I wanted to bring a sample, sorry, but I'm going to show you a sample later. Okay, I did one recently at that same Itaji, this is federal land. Guess what? Somebody bought it in 1999. Somebody bought another one in 2001. Somebody bought another, like bought it from each other in 2002. Bought it for another one in 2010. Before somebody now eventually bought it in 2012. Then my client now wants to buy it this 2026. Do you know what? I put the whole history inside the deed of assignment. Guess what? When my client went to check in lands, the way the history came, it was there in lands. Because somebody did COO, somebody did minister consent. I did it like that. You need to know the chain of ownership. If you fail in one, it can lead you to a problem. You need to know where did you start from. How did you acquire this thing? Was it free? Did they give it to you as a gift? You need to know. So that when you are arguing in courts, or arguing in front of EFCC, or arguing anywhere, you will know and you are fast about the ownership of this building or the land. Then you have to know the chain of ownership. Write it and make sure if you are a real dog, make sure it is written in that deed of assignment so that you will see it. I will show you a sample when we are through, just for you to see the way it is written. I have already explained, verified the authenticity of the document. Then now, government accusation. I already said land under accusation is not a good ban. I already said, they said this land is under accusation or this land is under accusation. There are some people that will say this land is under agric. You can still buy it because they can change agric to residential. They can change agric. You can still buy it. This land is under agric. But first, you will just that the little delay will be much. For the meantime, it is only agric you do there. If you know, it's only agric you do there for the meantime. But in 10 years, when people are still moving in, you change it. It's still okay. But completely under acquisition, please don't buy. It might be for future use later. Excision are not gazetted. Who knows anything about excision?
Excise duty is the part the government has excised to maybe the money level.
Thank you. Right. But you know that has been cancelled in Lagos State. Yes. Excision has been cancelled in Lagos State. So if you go and buy the excision now, without it being gazetted, you've bought the wrong thing. So in Lagos, to me, I keep saying there's no excision. So don't let anybody tell you to bring one land. They want to give you, or bring one, some people collect cars there to go and give the government so that they will give them some part of the land and take the remaining part. There's no exception in Lagos. Although if the new commissioner actually preferred a solution, but I don't want to go deep down because you will get confused. Let me just give it that there is no excision. And if you go to another land, another state, like Ogun State, there's still excision in Ogun State, there's still in Benin, there's still in some places. Make sure the excision is gazetted, is in paper. You can verify it. Excision that is not gazetted, please run. If you say, don't worry, they'll soon gazette it, that day might not come. Unfortunately, that day can come. But are you ready to take that risk? Land risk is the most difficult thing you can ever do. I remember, there's this comedian, remember is that invested for 5 million naira then, and said he invested it in real estate. I remember his name. Guess what? I tried to find out the real estate and he said it was a decision he invested on. Funny enough, as he invested, 2 weeks later they cancelled it in Lagos State. So that was 500. So, but when it is gazetted, you are free. If one government comes tomorrow and says it is hereby cancelled, it's none of your business you collected it. Although they are trying to do that, I don't want to go to, they call it NCDA, New Distinct Development Area. The commissioner is using it as a form of position, but I don't want to go deep down. You get confused by this place. So let me just say, for now in Lagos State, avoid anything. If they say, oh, this land is gazetted, and you see the gazette is like a publication. You saw the publication, and it is not by Lagos State, you can buy. That means it has been gazetted before the cancellation. So when they say this place is gazetted, remember that it has to be before 2020 or 2021. So if you say the date is before 2020 or 2021, it's a good buy. But after 2020, is when you see cheap land, wrong. People that used to say, the land in meters are a little expensive, it's not. If you see cheaper land than meters is giving you, please run. There's problem with that land. I keep saying something. I'm not saying I won't buy you, but land that you know it is not supposed to be so, and they're saying buy 300,000. Me, I will not give you $1. I'm sorry. As much as it's cheap, I don't know people that do for free offer. I have somebody that complained because it was outside the country. Bought land, she said, at some point that she bought one land 400,000. That's where I knew that was the beginning of our problem. She's still in my DM. What I'm going to do, we should carry them, take them to court. Guess what? So what it costs now is millions of naira.
Yes. For something you got 400,000.
400,000. I said, where did you buy it? He said, Ojuore. I said, ma, she said she does not even know where it is, but she said Ojuore. I said, okay. Is it water? Maybe the person is looking for. He said, one full plot. And Ojuore. That is even close to Lagos. You bought it 400,000. We will fight this thing. Say, we will even go to fight. Say, ma, it's million. We hope you are ready to have close to 2 million. Because people like this, even lawyers, we will teach them lesson. 2 million naira hold it. He said, for now, they bought 400,000. I'm the one that told you not to. When she wanted to buy, she knew me. Right from before they even born me, she don't know me. So when she wants to buy something of 400, why can't she call me that? Oh, please do investigation on this land. You bought it in secret. Now everything is open. So when things are unnecessarily cheap, even just do your verification, but even if you do your verification, guess what? You can have issues with litigation. That's why it's cheap. You want to use your money to fight case in court. And yes, you will see that somewhere you've checked the lands, it's okay now. They have this one, they even have seal of vote. Why is it cheap? Go and ask. Is there litigation on this land? That's another big problem for it to be suspiciously cheap. Not normal cheap or suspicious cheap. There's litigation on it. Yes. And when there's litigation on a particular thing, I keep saying the leaders know you. Flee! I don't want you to face problem. Free, as in flee. Because one, I know of cases that in the next 20 years, I went for a court case yesterday. They gave us judgments. They started this case since 1999. I came to that chamber, I made the case, I took over the case. They gave us judgments yesterday. Partly is in our favor, partly is not in our favor. Where are we going to now? Court of appeal. How many years are we going to do Court of appeal? How many years are we going to do? Even me, maybe I'm going to leave the case later. And maybe somebody that is under me will still generate it. Partly in our favor, partly they cannot still do anything on the land. But they claim we are the owner of the land. But we cannot still do something on the land. So how did you not give us ownership if you cannot go there and say we should wait for something? Hey, we are going to appeal. I'm telling everybody that bought through real estate to them. They all came, I was just looking at them. You knew this is in litigation. We don't know. Appeal will still confirm, we'll still leave it. Maybe the next 2-3 years before they call us. It doesn't make economical sense to you. Some people used to invest in it to say maybe in the next 30 years it becomes money, but what of if you are not alive to inherit the profits? So to me, it's better for you to fail. Then anybody that refuses for you to verify survey, when you go to a real estate company or you go to a particular place and say, like that one I told you of in Ajawa Estate, I said let's do the survey. You say, I will send it to another person, no, run from it. Make sure you always ask, please sir, do you have survey? If you don't have survey, can my surveyor go to the land and check the coordinates? Even you can decide to take it there. If they don't say, don't go, no, please run away. It's not, that place is not for you. Please run. Now I listed types of government acquisition. I think I said it passively. Committed acquisition, that one, it's no way we are committed, meaning that you cannot, they want to use it in the later future. Don't go. Global acquisition, excision in process too. I advise people not to buy it. So anything acquisition, don't just go ahead to buy. Now, why did I say receipt is a problem? As red flag 3, family land issues. Why I said receipt is a problem? Normally, this old man and women that we have, they don't know all this. We are learning. That's why we are doing training every day. That's why you are advanced with this human being. Is it our old children and those that didn't go to school that want to know Listen, their own is we have receipts to sign. Why I said receipt is a big problem is if only one family member is signing a receipt for you and it's a family land, please don't buy. Don't buy. Why? In a family, there's something that we call head of the family, the secretary of the family, and members of the family. I like the way he said Olori Ebi. To the Yorubas here, you understand the meaning of Olori. I don't know how people call it. The head of the clan. The Igbos, what do they call head of the family? Is it okay?
No, the head of the family.
And one member must sign the family receipt. If not, that family receipt is not a good one. For family land, receipt is much acceptable. That's why I said 99%. For a receipt that is signed by one person is not acceptable at all. It is 0%. You only see the family, the head of the family, the Olori Ebi must sign. And maybe the secretary of the family or maybe the member must sign. Before you know, yes, I've bought it from the family. But one person signing a family receipt, please. Even before you pay, you ask, how many people are signing your receipt? They will even give you the sample to check. If you see that there's no space for two signatures, this one area is not your land to buy. The family member must sign, and another person from the family must sign. That makes it genuine enough for you to what? To buy. Make sure you go around to ask. See, people used to say the madman on the street who will tell you where a good land is. After work, say, making inquiries, promise I will get back to you. Go on the street and say, this is where, please, do you know anything about that land? I want to buy it. They will tell you, problem one over here in Yoruba, they say there's problem. People still tell you, move back. So ask on the street. Don't ask like you're the one buying it. Just ask like, oh, what's going on? You just want to know. They will tell you on the street if there's litigation. They will tell you on the street. And sometimes ask, at the process of talking, you can say, they will tell you, Shino is my brother. The street, who is the brother? And is that Shino really the brother?
Yes.
There's one land, I'm telling you from experience. Over more than even 11 years in this profession, I will tell you, and I'm still experiencing. Because if I'm 20 years tomorrow, I will tell you more experience than I'm doing now.
Yes.
I will only every day. A lot is happening on this land issue.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes.
We had issue with this family thing. One family signed, the other person was just a passerby. There's one person again, even in my own town. The old people that signed, none of them are even family member or are entitled to sign that document. None of them are entitled. They are part of the family, but they are not part of the signatory. I was suspecting, but the eagerness from our clients most times. The pressure gives us a lot of problems. Pressure to pay. Pressure to be called a landowner.
Yes.
Without checking this red flag. It's a big problem. But I like the fact that I'm always standing out and say, I've told you, if you like 80, you come back to them. On that same land, the surveyor too warned them, don't pay, yes, pay half. Pay later. The client will say, this money is with me 2 days. I will use it for something else. We are all looking. She always went higher to pay. They organized a space for us, a very big place. Just so that the person that they said is the Olori is looking young. The secretary of the me and the secretary said should be 8 minutes of a family land. Although they don't say their father and mother are dead, they are all dead. It's even if they are dead, is there no one person? Elderly person among I told this, like I'm not comfortable with this. Maybe all their family they chop them finish now. Let's we went ahead to transact GTP in Ekpe, I'm never forgetting that. Even when we are doing the transfer, even because it was close to 20 million, the woman was, are we sure of this transaction? I said the currency you should pay. Only authorize this thing now and she's satisfied. At the point of no just came is well But this mistake wouldn't happen if I'm from somewhere else. I have a connection. We have to get to Jolori. Jolori now looked at the father. Oh, it was a different land. We paid extra 500,000 naira for sitting allowance, 500,000 for signing, something that we paid this week. But thank God, you know when the client knows that they are at the beginning of the problem, so she was ready. Every mellow, she paid everything. She got a different land. Since then, if she wants to buy corner piece, there is no more than how many square meter. She will say, please, if you will not finish with my, if I don't face me, go and face the lawyer. She doesn't send money directly to them anymore. She will send it to my account. So that it's me that will face the trouble. Yes. They mean that you know that I'm collecting on behalf of my client. What would I'll do extra.
Yes.
This is a true life story. To tell you that even lawyers are not safe. Let alone you people that don't even know anything about the law. They are ready to dupe you. They will dupe you. But thank God that they did not finish work because they are still part of the family and through my connection. What if I don't have that connection? 25 million because we paid 20 million at first before this problem came. Before we now, when we finished, we now gave them the family member. Thank God there was this extra 5 million naira. That was confident. Did not receive more than that 5 million. They did not receive, they just pitied us because we went to the station, we went to Alamu, we went to this. The girl spent a lot, a whole lot. That's the corner piece. She will call me so that I will face it. So please beware. Then they are almost true. Now, when you see power of attorney, you see some people they will say they have power of attorney on this land. You ask yourself, do they have right for power of attorney? Let me tell you how power of attorney comes to play. If somebody wants to sell a land to you, and the person is not around, the person is out of the country, you confirm that the person has everything and the person is now out of the country, you tell the person that please let that person know power of attorney for anybody that was signed on that land. That's what power of attorney comes to play. If they say they are telling you nobody is around, and the person is in abroad now, the person is the owner, but the owner is abroad. But the owner told me to give me your power of attorney. Let me see it. If the person does not show you power of attorney, don't buy that land. So many people are outside the country that does not know that they do not know they are selling their land on behalf of them. So many people. You read the case of I bought land and I sent it to Chiamaka to buy land from me. I sold the land. Where did the land go to? Nowhere to be found. So that's where power of attorney comes to play in a land transaction. And if somebody is now showing you only power of attorney alone, without all the further documents I've told you earlier, flee. Because power of attorney does not sell a a landed property. It only confers a right of another person to sell on behalf of them, but that does not mean the person has title documents. Do you understand, or should I explain? I think there's question and answer, so when we get to that point, I just want to be fast. Okay. Okay. Even with that POA, I say power of attorney issues, make sure you confirm the verification of the person. Talk to the person on phone again. Hello sir, did you give this person power of attorney to sign on behalf of you? If the person say you cannot talk to the person is sick, please my dear, and my senior brother, my senior sister, on the way, because I don't deal with sick class, and I don't. If the person dies, that POA dies. Power of attorney dies with the person. I know I'm in court in that matter. They gave that people power of attorney, but the person is dead. They don't know that we know the person is dead, but they are acting on behalf of the dead person. The first case, when the court verify the person is dead, throw the case out of this. You cannot sell on behalf of the dead person. So your POA dies with the person. Confirm one, the POA is true. POA is power of attorney. Confirm it's true. Confirm it's genuine. Confirm the person give it to me, and confirm that the person selling it is not dead. Because if he's dead, there's a children of the person that is going to supposed to sell on behalf of them. There's an error coming to play. Please. Now, how do you identify documentation? Now I said there's contract of sale, there's land purchase agreement, there's deed of assignment. In fact, in almost state, they will tell you land service agreement or something. Please fight with that company. And fight with Please fight with that company. And fight with anybody that is there. I'm sorry, but Lagos State, even all the states, especially Ogun State, they have that practice. And I used to work in Ogun State before, so I know what they do. After paying your full money, they'll say a contract of sale. I'll say, I'm finished paying now. So that when you get to court, they'll tell you it's a contract of sale. Didn't you see the engine? That engine is a big one. So make sure you identify your land that it is deed of assignment. This person has finished paying. Contract of sale is, I have paid part of my money. There's an assurance from you to me that I'm going to pay the remaining part. So there will be a contract of sale between both parties. So when you are seeing contract of sale, okay, I paid half, I'll pay the remaining. And watch the contract of sale. Watch the content of the contract of sale. Some people don't put refund there. Watch the content. It's a story for another day. I'm not there to start. So make sure, even if you pay 10 naira for a 500,000 naira loan, there should be a written contract, which is a contract of sale. There should be a refund clause. I wrote it there. There should be a default clause. Even in your deed of assignment, there is a default clause saying that if you see or somebody comes up to you later and says this land is not genuine, you are to refund me the total money I paid for. There's always a default clause in a deed of assignment and in a contract of sale. Then, some people, if they are going to secure for you, and you're not the one doing the secure, if they are securing the perfection deed for you, like now, maybe you want to buy a land and say you are going to do the CLO, make sure there's a timeline for the perfection of documents on that deed of assignment. The first also date will give you your CLO, global CLO in regards to this. Okay. Now, this one is mainly for required transaction documents. Like Windows will always give you offer letter. Will always give you allocation letter. Will always give you either your contract of sale, either the land purchase agreement, or the further a deed of assignment. So that allocation letter is very, very important because to avoid double allocation. I know of allocations estate that is genuine, but they have allocation problem. They will give this person allocation B2. Funny enough, another person too, B2. Whereas you have shown that person this same place, and the person like is facing the road. People like anything facing the road. Corner piece. Later say, hey, sorry, another. You just remember that we gave allocation for another person. Fights will happen, serious fights. Especially when you have bounced and tell people that do you know where they gave me? Corner piece. Or facing the road. Immediately I'm coming from the estate like this, that road. I'm the one. Facing, you've given allocation B to somebody, now you are supposed to be at allocation C, and that allocation C is at the back. So even for you that are buying, make sure you confirm the allocation of your clients so that there won't be double allocation. So you collect all your everything necessary, your offer letter, your land purchase agreement. Afterwards, you will now give deed of assignment, your receipt of payment. Definitely, that one is very, very, very germane. You collect it. Then, okay, like I've just said, double allocation, layout inconsistency, try to avoid that. Then you can, for payment, don't do cash. I keep telling you, don't do cash payment. Do transfer. Transfer is a big red flag. Yes. I know somebody that wanted to buy a cocoa farm along. I was telling that day along that video. So somebody said he was interested, but he wants to give cash. Cash of how many million there? Something is fishy. Don't let EFCC come and do for you. So something is fishy, please. Make sure you do cash and the rest. Then try to check out, explain this. Try to then pending mitigation, active court case, social notice on the land, physical possession disputes. Now, when you get there and decide to say, okay, you want to start doing, try to do corner piece in anything given to you. Corner piece does not hold the land. But at the process of doing corner piece, somebody will come and meet you and say, this land, who gave it to you? Fight will happen. You've not invested too much, but something will give you a leverage that you can still track the old estate and collect money from you and the rest. Try to do corner piece or something. Caution notice on the land. Try to check between a very good survey on the land and say, is there a caution notice? Is there a stay back, stay away, caution, or something that they use that to turn away? That would be a lot of, I'm trying to round up. Make sure that the land you are buying is not built on the drainage setback. Risk of demolition. Anything you see drainage, you see. There was a place we were going to. Please remind me. At the place when we get to that junction, he was even the one that said, immediately he was one that spotted, and I love the fact that he spotted it on time. He said, there is a pipeline, and this is the sign of. We've not even gotten there. Before we don't even need a surveyor to tell us, immediately they said there's pipeline. He just immediately said, when he got it, just see this line, our pipeline, this place is not too safe. He detected that there's pipeline here. So when you see those major defaults or power line, you see those saying as a share, you are enjoying all those estates. Don't worry, in the next 10 years, you'll hear their answer. The Robo estate, this one estate, you will soon hear. They will start giving them notice too, but you will hear from them very soon. So imagine by and that estate in that place, 50, 60 million, so I heard. Is it more 75? No, that one is still safe. That one is still safe. The ones before that one estate, for the Robo estate, that is not safe at 50. It's not even too expensive. By this time, it should be 200 million. But because they know it's still on that pipeline, they've given them money several times. How we get there's pipeline, there's power line. Yes, there's that too. Diamond is not even too safe because there's a pipeline issue. But because it's government, they are still maintaining that because federal government sold that place. That's why I said there are some places in between the sharing to this thing that belongs to the federal government. But you see those estates before Diamond, Iroko, they are not, you don't even need anything to tell you. They are not royal. And if you see where the place is, very good place. Now, who did we come back to say, we didn't even announce. That's what we have got to be a very, very good knowledge. So even you too try to also verify. Okay, and do your due diligence before marketing. What are the due diligence again? Confirm the root of title, conduct your registry search, chart survey, verify sellers and entity, confirm no encumbrance. I said it before, I am saying it again. Because as a good marketer, let somebody say so marketing brand, that person does not sell rubbish for me. Even if you say it's a lie, because she herself or he himself, he has done his own findings. He does not. Even you yourself, you don't become land this thing yourself, let alone you know what to do. You know, even you are a lawyer self, some lawyers will be saying, no, I know my right, I know what, do you even know it? When you be a good marketer, it will be puts you at the front line, it makes you ahead of your game. People will come and referrals will plenty for you. That's the secret of marketing. That's the secret of being a realtor. And that is the secret of growing. I know of marketers that have been extremely good, realtors that are very, very, because they spend money to what? To get money. They do their due diligence and search. They will go there themselves, look at the place, I will now give you their see. I know some marketers and realtors that when they are selling, their clients don't even bother checking again. They don't even go for inspection. Yes. That confidence is times 2. The client will say, you will collect anything even from them. Yes. Logistics and your this thing. Yes. You will pay times 2 from Mr. Michael or from this thing that there is a section of something like that. That's beautiful. Immediately we just look at it and Mr. Michael, you are in charge of this property. Is it okay for me to buy? They know that this person has done, even if there is a mistake, trust me, they will even be blaming the company that sold to you, not you. Because they know that mistake doesn't come from you. Yes. It makes you a good marketer. Yes. It makes you as a sale without due diligence is a future lawsuit. In the next 20 years, in the next 30 years, in the next 40 years, the lawsuit is looking at you like this. And even if you are working with stick, Baba will drag you with stick. I know of Oba. Oba is even still okay. They still expect that. Come and see violence in Alago. They will tell you, remove your this from the listing. Remove it. The useless one ballet. I was one that went to go and buy table water for him. See, ballet, you know ballet. See the insult. So please, it's future lawsuit, and I don't want anybody to be partaker of it. Let me start with.
That came almost 1:50 a.m. She was going. Got something. So for those that are me, she possibly just put her hands together. Okay, that's one. So it's question time. Let us ask questions, intelligent questions, and I'm sure she will do justice to it. All right. Questions. You are in for. Barrister said, everyone, we have people that will ask you questions. So you'll be on your toes now, and I'm sure you're recording that. Yes. Question coming from you.
Well, Chair, it's a question and a opportunity. Okay. It can also be very true. So,